All right, well, my name is Jesper, and I am here to talk about GraphoGame, which is an early literacy game made by scientists, neuroscientists. It's an evidence-based app that teaches children the fundamentals of reading in multiple different languages. And the name of that is phonics and decoding. So this really focuses on children in late kindergarten, early primary. GraphoGame is based on neuroscience rather than educational science. So it's been validated in multiple randomized controlled trials, and it works completely offline once you have it on your device. And what that device is, it would be Android, iOS, Windows, we can make it work on anything. It's created originally to support children with dyslexia and learning differences and difficulties, but to include all learners, we made it effective with all children in early primary. Our real key selling point is our evidence base. So we have about 300 publications that mention GraphoGame and about 17 dissertations or thesis papers with GraphoGame in it. And right there in the middle, you can see the GraphoGame method, which is the way that we actually create these language versions. So just to use an example of our English game, it was researched by the University of Cambridge Center for Neuroscience in Education. And in that RCT, they had 400 children and 15 schools in Cambridgeshire. And it proved that our game was as effective as a teacher in teaching early literacy or phonics. And in India, we even saw that letter sound knowledge improved among children by 31% and word recognition by 20%. So it's very
ing, ang, ing, sing, kin, hip.
All right, well, I'll leave it there so we have enough time for the rest. So what are we really here for? Well, we're talking about the COVID slide in literacy. So the slide in literacy is especially famous in summer holidays, as kids, especially children with dyslexia, come back from the summer holidays who have regressed in their knowledge of literacy. But COVID is likely going to make this even worse. And sorry, I lost my slides there. And about 55 million children around the world will be affected by this, and dyslexic children are particularly. So, are we having technical issues here? No. Are we good? Sorry, I'm having some strange issues here. So, yeah.
We can't see your slides, Jesper, so you're welcome to take a minute to try and share them again.
Yeah, very strange. It just suddenly disappeared. I think the video bugged it, so I apologize. I will do that again. Should be fine now.
That's great.
Great. Sorry about that little hiccup there. So GraphoGame is really targeting the COVID slide in literacy. So GraphoGame is played by kids alone at their home and is capable of teaching early grade literacy at teacher level at home. Doesn't need parental guidance, but it's there. It can help. So what we're really looking for, we're looking for funding to develop and distribute 3 new evidence-based GraphoGame apps in 3 new African languages: Chinanja or Chichewa, Kiswahili, and Afrikaans, which covers about 150 million people in generally those languages. And those 3 versions actually only cost about $12,000 to make. However, we also need funding to distribute these 3 versions and market them aggressively and embed them in the local education systems and make them commonplace and localize them for their cultures. So what's the path to scale our impact, really? We want to make GraphoGame free to download in 6 different languages, covering about 700 million speakers, to distribute in the most vulnerable places in the world. we want to create a free digital resource that teachers can recommend to parents at no cost to parents, teachers. But we need support from foundations or governments so that we can do this for free to the end consumer. And this is why we're here to present this. So at the moment, GraphoGame is available in UK English, American English, Chinese, Norwegian, Dutch, French, Spanish, Finnish, and now we want 3 more African languages to deepen that impact that we are able to achieve with a simple, cheap literacy game that kids can play with the worst phone that you can get from the market. So thank you very much. That's my presentation, and I'm happy to take any questions.